We are reaching record-breaking homicide numbers, which we only broke last year with 77. And so far this year, 74 people have been murdered in Tulsa. Our team coverage continues now with investigative reporter Katie Higgins. She looked into how many people were murdered with stolen firearms and is live now with what she uncovered. Katie.
Out of 74 homicides this year, 54 of those people were killed using a gun. Now, I talked to Homicide Sergeant Dave Walker, who told me that usually they don't recover the gun at the scene, but new technology could make it much easier to track.
I think it's safe to say a lot of the times these guns are ill-gotten, they're up to no good.
Yeah. Homicide Sergeant Dave Walker looked back at the 54 gun murders this year to see how many involved stolen guns.
Most of the times we do not come up with the weapon that was used. If it's a gun, we don't come up with the gun in the murder.
Walker says it's hard to track, although they've recovered 3 stolen guns on murder suspects or at the scene.
For you to say how many murders have been used with a stolen gun, it's just a guess.
But Walker says looking at the suspects arrested, many of them, based on their previous criminal records, would not be allowed to have or buy a gun.
I would say roughly 30 of those would fall in the category. If we recovered the gun, we would find out eventually that that gun was stolen. Whether it's reported or not is another instance.
I looked back at the gun-using suspected murderers' criminal histories. Of 54, here are pictures of at least 20 who were previous felons or teens, not allowed to even be in possession of a gun in the first place. 3
or 4 times we've arrested murderers with stolen guns, just not the gun that was used in the homicide.
I asked Walker what he thinks about the recent spike in high-volume gun thefts.
Thieves will sell them to thieves, and thieves can become murderers when they get caught.
Walker said while it is hard to track stolen guns now, it could be easier in the near future because they're getting better at learning how to test and track shell casings made by individual guns rather than serial numbers. Reporting live in downtown Tulsa, covering news that matters, I'm Katie Higgins, Fox 23 News.